Yeah. Like it was just like fully decked out in the lobby, and I was just like, this is so weird. But anyway, I'm here for presents.
Priorities. Hello and welcome to Tell Me Over Tea. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Lois.
I'm Sylvie.
And today we are going to talk about the holiday season. But first, what are we drinking today?
It's late for me. It's about midnight today. And so over here I'm having a chrysanthemum tea with a bit of honey, and I'm eating actually a kueh lapis that my friend brought back from Singapore, from Bengawan Solo. Shout out.
A what?
Kueh lapis. It's like a multi-layered, like Singaporean sponge cake.
Oh, is it like the glutinous rice thing, like the teen tan goal?
No, it's actually like a cake.
Oh, it's actually cake. Oh, okay,
version
got
of
you.
it. Yeah, it's like a Singaporean delicacy, but I love it.
Nice. I am having not a tea, actually, because it is the morning, and normally I start off the morning with a coffee. So I'm having a little cappuccino that I made with my little mocha pot and froth up some milk. And there you go, my coffee.
Nice. I'm having an English breakfast tea bag,
Oh.
as usual. One day I will get that loose leaf tea or the Yorkshire tea bag.
Yeah,
so
but okay,
until then.
but Steph, you know how you came the other day to my
Yes.
house? Did you try the loose
Yes.
leaf tea?
Yeah, it was nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah, but I'm like,
But do you taste the difference?
Also, Sylvie makes it different.
do I
Yeah.
taste the difference? I think, okay, well, I think I brewed myself a very strong cup, so I did, but like it definitely tasted a little bit more, I want to say floral, but it not really floral. It was like floral adjacent. I don't even know. Like it was definitely like deeper or like had more depth of flavor than the usual tea bag teas that I drink. So I do understand why like you're so gung ho about loose leaf tea. Yeah.
Okay,
But,
cool.
Yeah. I'm like, the end of sentence.
She's just
Okay.
checking. She's just policing
Yeah.
us about our tea.
I'm not policing. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Did it sway you? Did it push you into the direction of loose leaf or not? Or you're not that bothered?
I think maybe in the future I would get it, but I have to like go through all of my tea bags before I can get it, and then also I have to,
fair enough.
you know, go and get the hardware for it because I don't have, you know, like a designated tea strainer.
Oh,
or
a tea
like,
steeper.
anything like that.
Oh, you don't have a tea
I mean,
steeper?
I do
Yeah.
have one, but it's like I have one, but it's not particularly good. Like, yeah, which is also probably why I don't use it very much.
Okay, you know what? For everyone listening out there who's Steph's friend, this is what you could get her for Christmas.
Yeah, great segue into what we're talking about today, which is the holiday season.
Yay.
Yeah, because we're into November now, and yeah, so I guess this is more a question for me, is whether or not I still celebrate Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, not Canadian Thanksgiving.
Well, I definitely don't, and I think Sylvie doesn't.
No,
know.
I feel like I also need some education on the difference
Exactly.
between also the
Oh,
difference
no.
between Canadian
yes, class is
Thanksgiving and
adjourned.
American Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay, so Canadian Thanksgiving is in October. That's
Oh.
like, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So I don't know much about Canadian Thanksgiving. I can't say for sure. American Thanksgiving is what, the last Thursday in November, I want to say, or the third Thursday in November. God, I'm a bad American. Anyways, and so the reason why I don't know this is because I haven't celebrated Thanksgiving in a very long time. Because Thanksgiving is really a holiday that where you are supposed to gather with your friends and family, and you have a big dinner. And we've always been really fast and loose with Thanksgiving. I have had Thanksgiving on, you know, Saturdays, Sundays. It's a full day event. So usually we have it on a Saturday or Sunday, though people do get it off. Usually Thanksgiving Thursday is meant for family. And then we have like Friendsgiving or, you know, other other types of celebrations. And then actually as a kid I used to do Black Friday as well. So we used to, like go
That's
to
a holiday?
It's not a holiday. It is a shopping
Spree.
That's what
capitalist thing.
Okay.
Actually,
With discounts and stuff.
Is it happened yet? Has Black Friday happened yet?
No.
No,
So
no.
Thanksgiving falls on a Thursday, and then the next day is Black Friday. So back when I was a kid, Black Friday sales used to happen at midnight. And so you would have dinner, your Thanksgiving dinner, and then you would chill out for a bit. And then you would go to like a store and line up for their midnight opening. And then,
Wait.
yeah, and then you would get deals on midnight of
Stop.
Black Friday. It was a fun thing. Like, we didn't do crazy stuff. Like, we weren't like fighting people for TVs, but there was a local sports authority where me and my cousins would line up, and they would give you sort of like a little card, and you would open it up, and it's kind of like gachapon, where you either get, like $50 credit, you get $10 credit, you get $5 credit. And it was a fun thing for the kids to do because it wasn't super competitive. People would just, line up for the fun of it, and then we would go to Sports Authority and get, I don't know, I think I got a pair of leggings one time. Yeah, it's like super chill. But I don't think that they do that anymore, and nowadays with online shopping it's like a totally different thing.
Now it's going to be like crazy
Right, yeah.
online.
Yeah, but that to me was like a lot of what Thanksgiving was, just like hanging out with your family. You get dinner, and you usually go, pretty early, around like 3 or 4 o'clock. You're just chilling while people are cooking, and it's like a very like communal thing where everyone is cooking, everyone is helping to cook. Sometimes it's a potluck, and it's just a really nice time to get together. And we didn't really do the give thanks part because also I don't really think that my grandparents or like a lot of my aunts and uncles like really knew what the core of Thanksgiving is, which is to give thanks and to like be thankful for things. I think mostly they saw it as like, oh yeah, everybody gets off from work.
Get together.
Yeah, we'll just get together. It is just, what it is.
Yeah. Wait, does it go back to harvesting? Isn't that where it came from? Like the tradition of harvesting?
Yeah, like I don't,
like
can
produce or
someone educate me?
agriculture?
No, it's more about the colonization of land.
Oh,
and
shit. Okay.
the washed down version that you tell kids is that like the Pilgrims and the Native Americans came together and had, a celebration to honor the fact that the colonies were created, though I'm sure it wasn't like that at all. And and they like sacrificed a turkey so that they could all eat together. Like, I really don't think that that's what happened, but yeah, that's what they tell the kids is, you come together and celebrate this day of.
That's why sometimes I feel like I come across certain things on social media, or like certain people of like maybe like indigenous backgrounds, and they're like actively don't celebrate Thanksgiving because of, I guess, the reason that you just given.
Yeah, historical context is really important. So yeah, I think there's also football. I don't know.
Is
In my
there?
brain, maybe there is football going on Thanksgiving.
Oh, what is that big game
The
called?
Super Bowl?
Wait, that's not on
no,
Thanksgiving.
Maybe.
Never mind.
No, but it's
My
like
bad. I'm getting it mixed
sometimes
up.
people watch football. I don't know. I have no
Okay.
idea.
But
I'm-
it's a big part of American culture now.
yeah. So it's very regional, and now that I've moved here for so long, I don't celebrate it because nobody else I know celebrates it. You guys go straight from Halloween to Christmas, which is
Bizarre.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also why, like, in America, there is, like, the holiday season, because it really goes from Halloween, and then you have, like, a
Halloween,
week off for Thanksgiving, and then you get, like, a week and a half, 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's. So you get, like, really a lot of, like, downtime for these 2 months, and so people see it as, like, what's the point in working, because you want to relax. Like, everyone wants to relax, everyone wants to be festive. Like, it's a very different mindset, I think, to hear. But anyways, that's my bastardized description of what Thanksgiving is.
It's more than what
I apologize
Sylvie and I
in
know
advance
combined.
if anything is wrong. As the token American, I should know this, but also, like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever celebrated it correctly, so whatever.
I've not actively celebrated it, but I've been invited to like Thanksgiving get-togethers.
For sure.
And I've been to like a couple for like the past couple years, but there were so many people, and like I knew maybe like a handful of people, and it was just, yeah, I don't know, it was just like everybody, like friends hanging out together. It wasn't really.
I think usually Thanksgiving is for family, but because I guess when people move to Hong Kong and stuff,
Friendsgiving.
Yeah, they have more of Friendsgiving style get-togethers, which is kind of just, you know, like a nice excuse to like get your friends together.
Gather up, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas, on the other hand,
Lois,
I'm sure we all celebrate that, right? Or am I jumping into conclusions?
I don't really celebrate Christmas in the traditional way, but we got it off. So
how did you celebrate growing up?
Well, Christmas is like a Christian-based holiday, right?
Of course.
So you're supposed to like go to church on the day of, and then the raising of Christ from the dead. Is that what it is?
Resurrection.
Yeah, the resurrection of Christ. We never really had any of that growing up, and it was kind of like Thanksgiving, where we would, you know, like, go to
get together.
family dinner.
From November into December.
A lot of the major holidays where we're like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. Like, none of my family really knows what's happening. Like, but we get school off and they get work off. So I guess we're just gonna like have family dinner because, you know, what else are we gonna do? Or we would go on a holiday. Yeah, we were always away and on vacation. We never really stayed. I think I only remember one time where I exchanged presents with all of my like cousins at my grandma's house, and that was the most amazing Christmas because I was like, oh my god, it's finally happening, like we're having Christmas the way that it's supposed to be celebrated. But like everybody had like their gifts in giant trash bags, and they were just taking them out for the kids to exchange. It was really, you know, it was like the essence of what Christmas is, sort of, but then like it's kind of wrong because nobody knows what's going on. And so I was never big on Christmas presents. We never got Christmas presents because the holiday was the Christmas present. And so every time I asked my mom, like, oh my gosh, like what's my Christmas present, she'd be like, well, you're in a different country, or like you're in, you know, a different state, this is your gift for December, because, you know, she doesn't celebrate Christmas. She didn't grow up around Christmas. Like that's the concept is not there. So it's like, why do I have to buy you a physical object and also take you somewhere, you know? So yeah, so then like part of me really yearned for like wanting a Christmas tree. Like I didn't have a Christmas tree growing up, so like when I finally got one, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. I think we did put up lights like once or twice, but yeah, it's very it's very different, I guess, to like the classical way that people celebrate Christmas. But what about y'all? What did you guys do?
Wow. Sylvie?
I feel like when I was younger, Christmas was more of a thing. We did celebrate it when I was younger, and when I was younger, I was like living in a sort of bigger apartment. We had more space. We had trees. We had a Christmas tree, I should say, not trees. And I loved it because I'd always help my mum decorate the tree, and then it was like this whole shenanigan, but we would use the same like ornaments every year. We're not, you know, we're very environmentally friendly, you know, we're not
the fake
ditching
tree.
all the ornaments like every year, so we reuse it every year. But it was like, you know, I mean, but I kind of knew like, you know, Father Christmas wasn't, you know, real, but like it was like my dad, like we didn't do the whole like leave biscuits and milk out for fucking Rudolph and Santa. We didn't do that, but
is that a thing?
There was boxing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think I did that one year.
I did not
I
know
saw my
about
parents
that.
eating the stuff.
Stop.
I was like,
What? Really? Dude, the whole point of Christmas is like Father Christmas, like you put up the tree, right? And then Father Christmas comes on his sled,
Yes,
and
I
the
know
fucking
that.
reindeers. They climb down the chimney,
Yes, I do know that.
which obviously we have no chimney. I was like, how does he come in? I was like, I don't know, through the fucking window. And then
Yeah.
you're supposed to leave like a carrot for Rudolph. You're supposed to leave
I
a
didn't do
carrot for
that.
Rudolph, and then
I didn't have the
and then
leaving
whatever,
stuff.
and then because he sneaks in and puts the presents underneath the Christmas tree, like your presents, because like, have you been good? Have you been naughty? Have you been nice? You know, are you on the naughty or nice list? You didn't know this?
No, I know all of this except for the carrot thing, like leaving the carrot out thing. I didn't know that. We didn't do that.
All right. Well, I mean, anyway, I knew the presents from my mum and dad, and we'd always like open it on Boxing Day. Like I remember as a kid, I'd be like super excited, like the anticipation of like waiting, you know, all the like wrapped Christmas presents under the tree, because like we also like, my mum never like cooked Christmas dinner, like a big roast, because she's Asian and she doesn't cook that much Western food. So what we would do normally is we'd go to like my family are members of the football club, and they normally do like a Christmas dinner kind of
I've been
buffet
to
type
it.
thing. So I would remember, like, as a kid, like, I mean, they still do it now, and it's kind of been a tradition where, like, my mum also invites, like, her extended side of the family, and then, you know, everybody has, like, a big, huge, like, Christmas buffet meal type thing. But as a kid, I remember, like, going to the Hong Kong Football Club, and everything was, like, decked out with Christmas decorations, and I was loving it. And then there was Santa there, and then I did find it kind of creepy though, Santa, like, you know, taking pictures with Santa, and they had like this whole, like, in the lobby they had this whole like Beth, you know, like Jesus in the what do you call it,
the
cradle
whole,
thing.
the whole 9 yards with the
The
North
major
Star.
yeah, like it was just like fully decked out in the lobby, and I was just like, this is so weird. But anyway, I'm here for presents. So that was always a tradition. Like, we'd go and kind of have, not tradition, I guess, like what we did like back in the day, would go and have, you'd get dressed up in like Christmas, like nice outfits, blah blah blah, go have like lunch or dinner, and then come back, and the next day, Boxing Day, which was the most exciting day, is opening presents. But it's also the same. So not every year it's like we'd stay in Hong Kong. It's similar to Steph, like we'd sometimes during the Christmas period we might also go on holiday. It was like either that or go on holiday, basically.
Wait, so Boxing Day is when you open presents? You don't open presents on Christmas?
Yeah, I just found out it's a British thing. Americans don't have Boxing Day.
Yeah,
No.
Boxing Day is the day after.
Interesting.
Don't ask me about like, you know,
Why?
the logistics, why and the reasons why and things like this. But so this is like kind of like the Hong Kong, like how we would celebrate it when I was a kid. But like as we grew up, like now Christmas, the festive feeling in Hong Kong is nowhere near as big as if you are in the UK. Like it's just not a thing. Like, because sometimes, like now we don't, like my parents don't really put up a tree anymore. We actually like don't really get like physical gifts, like unless, you know, we communicate that like, oh, we want something, or like, you know, sometimes we would give something small, or most of the time we just don't want to accumulate more stuff, you know, unless it's something that we really, really want. And most of the time it's just kind of getting together and like either going out for like a meal on Christmas Eve, or Christmas Day we have that football club lunch thing or dinner thing. And then that's it. It's like super chill now. Like sometimes we don't even have like traditional Christmas food. We might just go to like a nice restaurant. This is like the Hong Kong setting, but like if I go to the UK to my boyfriend's family, it's like totally different. It is like full like Christmas like roast dinner. You know, you see family, but there's like a roast turkey, there's all the trimmings, there's pig in blankets, there's roast potatoes, and then you have the crackers, the Christmas crackers, where you where you open them and you wear the crowns. I don't know what the story is. Why do we wear the paper crowns
It's just
again?
for,
Lois, do you know?
I think it's just for like celebratory shits and giggles. Yeah.
No, but I think it stands for like the three kings or something. I don't know,
What
like
is
the three kings that give, I don't know, Jesus something.
Okay, yes.
I have
There
no
are
idea.
Those three. Yeah.
Right?
Crowns. Yes.
Anyway, and then you open the cracker, and then like, you know, there's like normally like some riddles or some games in there, and then it's just a good time basically. And there is one thing that I normally do at Christmas. I always make mulled wine. I always make mulled wine for my family. Oh yeah, I forgot. Steph
I'm not a
doesn't like mulled wine.
Yeah, you made it on your
I am
Oh
a hot apple
my.
cider gal. All day, every day. I love a hot apple cider.
Hot apple cider. Oh, apple cider. Sorry, I was in my mind thinking apple cider
No,
vinegar. I was like,
hot
you
apple
drink that
cider,
hot?
Like a cinnamony drink that tastes like
Yes,
apple tea.
yes, I know. Yeah. But mulled wine has all the herbs in there. It has cinnamon.
Yeah, but
it has
it's red wine.
cloves. It has Steph's face.
I'm not a fan of any
I am
of
in
those
Steph's
biscuits.
Oh, and I make Christmas biscuits all the time. That's a thing that I do actually. Like now and like the past, I make Christmas biscuits, like, you know, cinnamony flavored ones, and then I make mulled wine. And
Mince pie.
That's very
I remember
cute.
trying mince pie
Oh,
for the
yes.
first time.
Oh, yes. Sorry. And Steph thought it was
I
revolting.
did not like a mince pie either because I don't like raisins.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What?
For all the grape raisin
God,
lovers
guys.
out
So
there.
all the Christmas palette, Christmas flavors.
Now we
For
have
you
Chinese
guys.
food during Christmas, so
Wait,
I mean,
cool.
sometimes that happens, but like,
Yeah.
you know, when I'm in the UK, obviously my dad it's very nostalgic for him. Like, you know, he would always go to M&S and like get the mince pies because it reminds him of the UK. And like when I'm in the UK, it's like mince pies, mulled wine, like all like the Christmas stuff. And obviously like I was introduced it to him by him, and I like it. My brother doesn't like it, so it's a mix really. But yeah, that's how that is what Christmas is for me. You know, sometimes super traditional, sometimes not. And I'm like okay with both, but also I don't really know. I don't go to church and sing hymns and stuff. Lois, how about you? How do you celebrate Christmas?
It's really interesting hearing the two of you talk about your versions of Christmas because growing up, for some ridiculous reason, I just assumed that everyone celebrated Christmas the way that I did at home, which I now think is bizarre for me to ever have thought that. But yeah, we clearly all have very
I don't
different
think so.
versions.
I feel like kids are
Do we just all think
really
that?
like,
Yeah.
this is my reality. So this is
Yeah.
how everybody does it. And then you grow up and you're like, nah, actually that's not true at all.
Yeah, you're right. That was definitely me. To be honest, when we were talking about Boxing Day, I was very, very curious because a friend had told me about Boxing Day not existing in America, and I had done my research a few days ago, and then it's just come to my mind again because we're having this conversation. So I did a quick Google, and basically Boxing Day comes from when Queen Victoria was on the throne. And during the Victorian times, I think the wealthy people would box up items that they no longer wanted from the Christmas celebrations, and they were like donated through to charity on the day after Christmas. And that's why it's called Boxing Day, because you're reboxing something that you've decided.
Unboxing, yeah, okay.
So it's not unboxing, but we call it Boxing Day for unboxing now. But I think it used to be like boxing back up. Google could be wrong, but I think that makes sense.
Interesting.
So it's funny. We've like now reversed
then
it.
it makes sense to like open the presents then, because it's like, ooh, these are the donated gifts.
Yeah, because we definitely open presents the day after stuff, so we don't actually do it on the day. I'm trying to think now. So I grew up in a household where Christmas was a huge thing. I don't know if it was because of the festivity itself, or it's just that my parents are very keen on celebrating holidays. Like they're just like to do fun things and like to make occasions out of any occasion type of people. So I grew up in a household like that, and it totally translates into all the other holidays, like be it Chinese or like Western or everything in between. And we grew up with a lot of the British traditions. Both my parents went to school in Canada in like higher education, and maybe that's where they first learned about how to celebrate Christmas, for example, or they just probably learned on TV, because I know for a fact that my grandparents didn't celebrate Christmas, so it definitely didn't just come about from their own childhood. But I used to love Christmas growing up. Like it was really fun. My mom would get us to all decorate the house. Actually, no, our whole family decorated the house by like mid-December, usually when we start our school holiday on like the 15th or the 16th, and then we would have a full day where we would just decorate as a family. My dad loves jazz music, so he would play like Christmas jazz on the hi-fi, and then we would just be like decorating the house the whole day. Yeah, I definitely grew up in that environment, and for some reason I thought everyone else did that, which now is, you know, bizarre thought in my head. So then it was really fun. Like there was a lot of build up towards it. We also love hosting as a family. So I remember having like 4 to 5 Christmas dinners, either at somebody else's house or like at our house. Not on the same day, but it would be like from the 22nd onwards, we would just be doing Christmas dinners every night at someone else's house or eating outside or at ours. We hosted a lot. We had a tree. It was always a fake tree. I think we got a real tree once, and then it shed so much that my parents were like, never again, even though it's like smelled amazing.
Yeah, but it smells amazing.
It
I would
smells
love a real
fucking
tree.
insane. Like I do think it smells insane, but like the shed is so wild.
I remember I remember going to like some of like the bougier
Yeah.
friends' places, and they have these massive real trees, and I'm just like, stare at it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is magical. I also had a fake tree
Yeah.
that you can, reuse. I mean, it was still pretty cool, but like the real trees are like next level.
But I think we just made a whole shebang out of the holiday, and so it was always really fun. And there was a lot of time for us to bond as a family as well. And growing up with my sister, I just think there was always room to make something fun in the household, really. Um, what was that? I'm trying to think about anything that I think that this tradition is something that we do exclusively in our household, but we grew up with we would wake up on the 25th in the morning and we'll always definitely be home. Or if we're on holiday, then fine, we're on holiday. But usually on the 25th we are home because we're probably celebrating Christmas that week, and then maybe like from Boxing Day onwards we will go on holiday, for example. And then on the 25th we would wake up in the morning, and then it would be like our Christmas Day treasure hunt that my parents would do for us around the house. So they would leave like Easter egg post-it notes of where to find something, and we would just keep finding these notes of being like, oh, go to the next place where you would find forks, and then we would go to like the drawer and open it up. It would be like, oh, go yeah. So we would like get led to our present, and it would be hidden in the house, and that's how we found our present. It's
That's
so fun. It was
that's
so
really
fun, and I did this every year probably until I was really well into like my before I was in double digits, like age-wise, I think. And I thought Santa was real until like maybe 8 or 9 because my parents used to dress up
A Santa.
at night. Yes.
Oh my god.
I had
really?
like seen Santa before. So the whole song about like whoever kissing Santa Claus, like your mummy kissing Santa Claus, that old song,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Like I remember sleeping one night, and I think I like woke up in the middle of the night, and they probably like reenacted this on purpose, and I like totally saw someone, and I was like, so I only found out at 9 that Santa wasn't real, which I think is quite late. So they really kept it like a fantasy for me for a long time. And
What, did you not see whoever was dressed up as Santa be like, that's not Santa, that's my mom or dad?
no,
Like,
it was
Santa's
like a
supposed to be
full
like this
beard
massive
with
fat
the
dude.
full beard with like the hat and everything. I mean, I was like asleep.
Really?
I was 9.
I know, but I think I was also 9 or 8 or 7 and be like, yeah, this ain't like.
Yeah.
I saw Santa Claus in freaking football club, and I was like, that beard is falling off.
That's true. No, I believe that the outside Santas were fake, but I thought that Santa came to my home.
Okay.
Like the real Santa came to my home, but I
Really?
thought the Santa in the mall, definitely fake.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like I just knew straight away. It was just
I don't
bullshit.
know.
I think
to
so
be
too.
fair,
but I think it's because I had older cousins.
Exactly.
And they were
They
like,
probably
Santa's
spoiled it
not
for you.
real. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, but just try and put yourself in my shoe. Like I grew up in a house with this much stuff.
Because I was like, where the fuck is the reindeer then? Where's Rudolph,
night.
Santa? Where did you park Rudolph? Is he just hanging down in the car park? Like, where is he?
But like because I would wake up every morning and there would be something in my stocking. We used
Yeah,
to
that
hang
makes
our
sense.
stockings
Yeah.
up.
Oh, yes, I remember stockings, yeah.
And they would
never
have
had a
stockings.
stocking.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's
Don't
fine.
worry, I'll get you
Yeah,
a
this is the
stocking
thing,
one
You don't,
day.
you don't have to.
Steph.
It's totally fine. I'm like over it. I'm like, I'd rather go on vacation. Thank you. My parents are right.
Actually, the funniest thing, I think that we always got the stocking present, and then we got the Christmas present hunt as well. So we would have 2 presents, and we always know the stocking present is like a small gift. And I think one year my parents like ran out of time / like ideas, because that's a lot of years to think about things to put in a stocking. And my dad put a can of Coke in there, and I was so upset when I woke up the next day. I was like, oh my god, I think my face sank. And I also don't drink Coke, so I was like, "Mwah."
Oh.
But it was
Yeah,
funny.
but like the stockings are supposed to be like
Candy.
just sweets and and like
Yeah, we started getting
small,
like
like,
gifts
blah, blah.
when we were older, like actual gifts in the stocking. So I mean, but like it would be like like
damn, your parents are like fucking full out,
they
like
are,
all the
they
effort.
are. And do you know what I did? So in the 4 years that I've moved home recently, I've given them a treasure hunt every single year for Christmas. So I've single-handedly
that's
given them
cute.
the opportunity to relive that, because I feel like it was so amazing growing up, and I was like, you have to experience this because they never did. And then so when I was
Oh,
home,
that's
I
so
did it for
cute.
them, and it was so funny to watch them go through it. And then I remember my dad being like, "Now I know why you had so much fun." I was like, "Yes, this is literally the best thing to do first thing in the morning." And you'd be like in your robe, your Christmas robe with your Christmas socks, and you'd just be like running around the house trying to find something.
Oh yeah, oh my God. A tradition that some people do is like wear like ugly Christmas jumpers or like matching
Oh
Christmas.
my
Are you one of
God.
those
Yeah,
people, Lois? Oh
we have
God.
family Christmas jumpers. It's proper cute though.
Matching
It's
ones?
matching,
Oh
but it's
my
not tacky.
days.
It's like it's from Japan. It's very stylish.
Okay.
It's like my mom and my
But there's
Unconvinced.
there's also this tradition where like I don't know, when you get invited to like certain Christmas parties or like, so like Nico has like a yearly like Boxing Day curry with his friends, and like it's just a tradition where they all have to come in like really ugly Christmas jumpers,
Oh, yes,
and they
that's a
just all sit
British
there with
thing. The
like,
British thing is like ugly Christmas
yeah,
jumpers.
yeah, and like every year he needs to buy a new fucking ugly Christmas jumper, and there's like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 of them, like, you know, snowman with like a carrot nose hanging out, and then like there's just so many freaking ugly Christmas jumpers. Like, what are you gonna do with all of these things? It's like, yeah, but I need to use it. It's just a thing. We just got, I need an ugly Christmas jumper.
I mean, the
Anyway.
ugly part is kind of weird though, as in, I guess it's part of the. I think cute Christmas jumpers are nice. The
Yeah.
ugly ones are just tacky. No offense, Nico.
Yeah, none of them are cute.
But yeah, I'm trying to think about how it's different now for me celebrating on my own. Well, not on my own. I still celebrate with my family, like, or I have been for the last 4 years since I've lived at home. But I guess it's now I'm so much more involved with the day in terms of like hosting and stuff. I guess when I was young, I was just kind of doing things with my parents.
But do you like? So what do you do for like
Food.
the Christmas meal? Like, do you always cook, or
Yes.
do you sometimes go out? Like for me, it's like in Hong Kong we'd always go out. Like nobody would cook. Sometimes I would try to cook, but I don't have a efficient enough oven to make like a full roast. So I would like kind of make, you know, improvise a bit. And it won't be traditional roast turkey. Like, do you cook like a Christmas full on traditional
No,
Christmas
but we don't
meal?
do a traditional meal. We always cook, but it'll just be like a table of, I think, a mixture of probably what's eaten at Thanksgiving, but then also what's eating throughout this general season. Like, you know, like Brussels sprouts. Like, it's kind of like seasonal produce. We are a no turkey household, as in turkeys are dry. I don't care what anyone tells me. We just go for a fat chicken, and that's the one that, or like a tomahawk or like a beef. I just think we just have nice food, basically.
Oh, isn't there like Christmas ham or something like that?
Yeah,
Oh,
roast ham.
roast
Ham's a
ham.
thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
roast ham is a thing.
I think we had ham.
Like gammon,
Yeah.
like a leg of like gammon and
I
stuff.
think there was one year I remember we had to pick up like a bunch of hams because there's like one that's really popular in San Francisco, and so we just got like 10 of them or something like that. Kind of wild to like pass out to different families and stuff. Yeah,
And we do the crackers in the family.
we
did the full shebang.
oh never had done. Yeah, we always did roast duck.
Oh shit, that's
Buy, like, a
such
bunch
a
of
good
roast
idea.
duck,
Well, like
yeah.
Chinese
That's, like-
roast duck.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
That's like the one thing that I remember like very vividly every Christmas or like every Thanksgiving.
Wait, that's so much
Like-
better than any of the above roasted poultry.
Yeah, because you just buy it. Like I don't, because it's hard to roast a duck and still also have like all of the stuff to do it at home. But also like a lot of Chinese restaurants are open, you know, during these holidays
true.
because they also don't really celebrate, and so just buy a bunch of them. And
Yeah. I mean, these days, well, when I was living in London before, I would celebrate with my friends if I was at home, and I guess we would do a very similar type of thing. And it would also be like cooking a meal at home and maybe just hanging out in the house or like going out to see the Christmas lights, maybe. Like, I do think it's Christmas for me has always been more of a stay in tradition rather than going out to do a lot of things. Except I do love Winter Wonderland during Christmas.
Oh really? I've never been to Winter Wonderland.
Wait.
Isn't it just like a scam? Like I get the
mean,
whole
yes, it
like
is a scam.
ice skating, like ice skating and things and the vibe, but like isn't it just a scam and the food's like really bad?
what is Winter Wonderland? I thought it was
It's
just
like a Christmas
concept.
market, but
place.
it's massive.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So-
I do love Christmas markets, but it's like it's based in London. They have this big ice rink, and then it's all just super festive,
Yeah.
and you have rides, and you have like hot chocolate, and you have mulled wine, and blah blah blah, and then you just go with your friends and feel Christmassy, basically.
Okay.
It's a huge scam.
Or is it
Yeah,
like
it's
a
outdoors.
mall?
It's
Yeah.
in
Okay,
Hyde
okay.
Park. It's like our biggest. It's one of the
Oh,
bigger
okay.
like parks in central London. It is very commercial. Sylvie is right. It is a scam.
I've never
They
been,
charge
but
like £15 for a pint and like £20 for a hot dog. It's true.
yeah,
But
like I'd rather stay at home
but
and
I
make my
still
own
go
mulled
for
wine.
the vibes.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get if you go with a bunch of friends, I can kind of understand.
It's still fun. Yeah, there are loads of other Christmas markets in London now that I think are much cuter.
That's one thing that I really love. Like when you're in the UK, you have Christmas markets. Like in Hong Kong, like you do, but maybe it's also like the weather is very
centres.
different. You know, like when I was last in you know in London, it was like it snowed. It was just like the vibe was just like it was just so beautiful. You know, and then in Hong Kong, it's like. Maybe it's still 20 degrees, and like I think there are markets, but it just doesn't have the same kind of like vibe, you know.
Cozy
in,
vibe, yeah.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
UK it gets dark at like 4. That's why it's like,
Yes.
you know, you sit by the fire, and then it's like it's just a whole different feeling.
I can't believe you're fantasizing about darkness at 4 because I'm experiencing it right now, and I'm like, ugh, this is
No, I'm just
so bad.
saying like the difference between like how it would be. That's why it's more of like an inside cozy festive
It is.
like activity with your family when you're in the UK, whereas like, you know, in Hong Kong we just go out and have, you know, dinner outside. Like we'd keep going like on a walk on the street, go shopping at like 9 o'clock, and it'll still be fine. Whereas it's just a totally different feeling, you know.
It's
and
just
like in
been
Hong
very
Kong,
commercialized in Hong Kong as well, I think.
yeah, it is very commercialized, yeah. But I think that's a lot of places. But like the
It
lights
is, yeah.
the lights in the UK, like in London, like even just on like Regent Street, like the shopping, like the lights are incredible. Like
nice.
it's so, but it's because it
I
gets so
walked home
dark.
today.
Yeah,
was
it's
really
like
nice.
it's so stunning, like the lights, everything. But like you don't really get that here in Hong Kong. You might have a little bit like on like Lee Tung Avenue or yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know what you two think. I feel that, respectfully, Hong Kong Christmas like decor is so sparkly and tacky for my taste, and the
I think it
decor that we
depends
have
where you
here.
go. As in, like,
Okay.
I think if you go
Yeah,
to
okay,
like
fine.
if you
A
go to
lot
like
of
some
it
fancy
is
hotels, they would have nice
cute,
decor.
nice stuff. Yeah, I just think cozy is more the vibe in London and
Yeah.
Europe when it comes to like Christmas decor. It's more about like the woods, it's less like the gold chandelier and shimmer, which is a lot of what Hong Kong can be sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. As someone who has lived in new territories for all of being in Hong Kong, if I don't go like to the island, it does not feel like Christmas. Like maybe one or two people will put up lights, but for the most part, I'm like, just another day.
That's wild. That's actually
I'm like,
wild.
what decorations are you talking about that are tacky? I'm like, I don't see them. Where are they?
Oh dear.
All right, let's do a hot takes. What is the best and worst thing about holiday season tradition? Let's do the best one. Well, no, let's start with the worst ones.
Oh God. Okay.
I will come out the gate. Just
Okay.
no turkey. Why?
Oh,
Turkey. Fucking bone dry. I have never had a good turkey in my life except for the turkey in Disneyland. That turkey leg in Disneyland is the only good thing I've ever
Okay.
had that's come from a turkey. Just no. Stop with the turkey. Enough.
Do you like turkey, Steph?
I don't remember having it very often. There were a few years where we did have turkey for Thanksgiving, but I was all about the sides, you know?
Yeah, the
because
sides,
all
yeah.
of my celebrations for Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're all very like potluck style, so you can just like grab and eat what you want. It was never sit down dinner. And so if I didn't like it, I just wouldn't eat it. So I don't really remember anything about the turkey. And I'm not sure I even had it. Like maybe I had like one but yeah, I don't know. I do remember the ham though. The ham was fire, so I guess you're right.
ham,
Like I
ham
probably
all
had
the
a bite
way.
of that turkey and was like, it's dry as hell, I don't want it.
Yeah,
I
crusty.
feel like, okay, I understand it is dry, but I never go for like the breast meat. I always go for like dark meat, like leg.
You smart.
But also
You really hate that turkey.
also you normally drench it in like gravy, like just like people just dump like a whole
True.
gravy boat of I'm all about like the roast potatoes, man. Like fucking roast potatoes, roast parsnips. Like they're for me are like the star of the show. Pig in blankets, you know, controversial. Like fine.
I like pig in blankets.
People fucking love. Do you know what pig in blankets are, Steph?
Is it? They're kind of like the Chinese ones, right? Where it's like a little sausage wrapped in.
With the bacon.
Bacon. Yeah.
Oh, with bacon. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's typically a pig wrapped around its own friend who's also a pig.
Oh, I was thinking of like, you know, the sausage like bao. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I thought it was
like
that.
bread.
Yeah, bread.
Like
Oh,
Jar
okay.
Jar Bao.
I was thinking of the wrong thing. Good thing you
It's like-
clarified.
it's
I would have been
it's
like,
like-
yeah.
It's like a little sausage and it's wrapped in bacon, so it's like
Oh,
wrapped
okay.
in a blanket. I don't. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
I'm all about the fucking roast potatoes, man. I love roast potatoes. Like crispy edge,
True.
fluffy inside.
Do you use duck fat to make roast potatoes? It is the best.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, I never use duck fat, but I'm sure I've had duck fat roast potatoes before. I think my friend did it. Anyway, other hot
Hey,
takes.
what's your worst tradition in
I
that?
don't-
Like, as in, what do you not like?
I don't know. Okay, maybe shit Christmas music. Like really shit Christmas music.
Ooh.
Actually, really shit Christmas music that starts playing like, I don't know, now in November. I feel like it's less so in Hong Kong, but like if you go to the UK, it's just continuous. Like, I get it gets you in the vibe, but like it's the same shitty music all the time. You know, like fucking, it gets you in the mood, but I feel like you need to switch it up a little bit. Like maybe with kind of like how your dad likes it, like a bit of jazz, but like it's always
Jazz,
just
yeah.
like
Oh my god, we had Kenny G in the house.
the
all
very
time.
few like top hits. Like okay, my guilty pleasure is like Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Like I would play that over and over again.
Yes.
But there are some other ones that are a little bit like, you know, even though We Wish You a Merry Christmas is my mom's favorite song.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, oh, dang, I love it. Let's play more. Like, because basically when I go over to my mom and dad's place and I make mulled wine and I like make some Christmas biscuits, like, you know, I'd make a little effort. We would put like a Christmas playlist on. And then my mum won't know any other ones apart from We Wish You a Merry Christmas. She's like, oh, play it again and play it
Yeah.
again. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Please change.
Friends, what about Michael Bublé?
I like Michael Bublé.
Oh,
Well,
I do like a bit of
I
Michael
love Michael
Bublé.
Bublé. Yeah, Bublé's been making money off of this holiday for his whole career.
Yeah, but yeah, I
do
guess
like his
that.
stuff.
I think I don't mind it for a while, but then it gets too much. It gets like, okay, can we stop it now?
Yeah. I think for us, like in the US, it's a little bit better because you have to like get through Thanksgiving before you can start. You know, like a lot of people, I mean, some people do like put up their tree very early or their decorations really early. But I think the radio probably doesn't start to play songs until Black Friday, I guess. So yeah, and we had this like local, I don't know if it's local, but we had this radio station that would play Christmas music like 24/7. And so a lot of the Christmas music that I listen to now is based off of that radio station. And I don't know if they still exist. I really hope they do, because like I feel like they would get the peak of their listeners like during that season, and then, you know, all the other time they would play other things. But yeah, I don't even know if I have like a worst tradition, because I don't think I did a lot of the traditions, and the ones that I did were all like meet up with family.
That's fair. I mean, what about the ones that we like? I mean, I can start us off. I really like what my parents did with the treasure hunt. I don't know where they got it from, but I think it's great, and I think it'll be really nice to like keep that going when I have my own family, just because I had so much fun doing it, and it just kind of got you more involved with the holidays, and it feels more like you've earned your present a little bit because you like had to like go and find it. Yeah, I mean, like, why do we get gifts randomly? To be honest, like, why are we just getting gifted stuff? It's kind of strange if you think about it.
Yeah,
Like, what
what
have
is
I
the
done to deserve it?
what
Yeah.
is the history or the concept behind it? But I guess you mentioned about the whole Queen Victoria boxing, like the donating concept.
Yeah.
But yeah, why do you get
Also, I guess
gifts?
the spirit of Christmas is like a give and take, right? So it's
Yeah,
actually an
it's
exchange
like
more
be
so than
merry,
anything.
everybody be merry and happy and like festive. Like everybody's just supposed to be like, I guess because it's dark and it's like a dark and gloomy period of the year, and everybody just wants to feel merry and happy and giving
Hmm.
and
What about you
whatever.
two? Best tradition or thing that you do?
I feel like now would be like as a kid, I didn't do much giving. So like I feel like now, like because I tend to be the one that kind of keeps this sort of festivity like energy going with my family. Like I would always kind of go to theirs and I would make the mulled wine, I would make Christmas nibbles and things like this. So like I guess I like that. Like I like gathering with family and making the tradition, some of the traditional stuff that like my dad misses or is nostalgic about, like from when like back in the day. Oh, and Christmas carols. I mean, I don't go to Christmas carols. I used to, but like my mom and dad, it's a tradition for them to go to the football club again and like listen to carols, and then sometimes you play it,
Oh,
on the playlist and stuff. But and also recently, past few years, I've been going skiing. So I would say that that's a new favorite tradition of mine, is that after Christmas period, like straight after Christmas, normally I would spend it with my the past couple of years I spent it with Nico and his family, and then we'd go skiing. We'd go for like skiing for like 5-6 days afterwards. So that's always fun. So I would say that.
nice. I want that
Yeah.
as my tradition one day too. Snowboarding.
I don't. I hate skiing.
Steph's
No.
like,
I'm not a huge fan of the snow.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
I love the
Controversial, but
idea of
okay.
snow. I think I said this last time that I love the idea of snow, but I hate like the reality of it. Like sensory wise, it's just not my favorite. Yeah, but I do. One year I did like do a cabin trip, which was really nice. And like if I could stay in the entire time it was snowing and just be like by the fire, I'd be so down for that.
That is cute. I do think nothing like a cold winter's day
ooh,
and feet
yeah,
by the
sitting by the
fire.
Yeah, one of
fire.
the most
Yeah.
festive things I've ever done. Because, like, prior to that, I don't know how many people have actual fireplaces in their house, let alone, like, I lived in San Francisco. Like, it was never cold enough that we, like, really needed to
Mhm.
sit by the fire. Like, we had internal heating. So, yeah, I don't know. But it is very cozy. I give it that.
We had it one year. My family went to Iceland for Christmas one year. It was still to this day my favorite trip. I talked about it in one of our episodes before. We did have a fireplace in one of the Airbnbs we stayed at, and it was so cute. We just drank like marshmallow hot chocolate and like sat by the fire. Actually, marshmallow hot chocolate, great Christmas tradition too. Well, it's more like a winter tradition, I guess. So I guess Sylvie, you're going on skiing, right?
I am going
This year.
skiing.
Oh, how
Yay.
nice.
Actually, I'm in Hong Kong for Christmas, and I'm flying on Boxing Day to the UK, and then I'm basically seeing my boyfriend's family for a day, and then we go skiing for for like 6 days. So yeah, but Christmas will be in
Sick.
Hong Kong, so I'm guessing I'll go to the football club again or something, or I might do something for my parents. Let's see.
Nice.
Sounds nice.
And you guys, what have you guys got any plans?
I'm working, which I actually have done.
She always
Now
is.
that I'm thinking about it, yeah, actually, I've worked a lot of Christmases since coming to Hong Kong because theater season is very busy. But this year I'm doing a Christmas market for my ceramics
Yay.
company. So yeah, I'll be in PMQ if anyone wants to come and see.
Wait, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be going down.
Yeah.
I literally live like 15 minutes away.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be so
super.
nice. I'm
Yeah,
so jealous
super.
that I'm not there.
This year will be nice and festive because I'm actually working at a Christmas market instead of working in like a dark theater where you don't see the sun. So I'm very excited about that.
I'm excited for you. For me, I am back in London this Christmas. I'll be celebrating with my sister and my friends. It would have been like 5 years since I've come back. and I've spent the last 4 Christmases at home, which has been really nice. But I'm also excited for what London Christmas has to offer. I can't wait to go and ice skate at probably like the power station or whatever. There's like a couple of new rinks. There's also a new
At Winter Wonderland.
well, I don't know. I don't like to skate at Winter Wonderland. I prefer skating in front of the Somerset House. That one's also quite nice. But there's also curling. There's now like curling venues outdoors everywhere.
wow,
And I've always thought
cool.
that sport was so fucking weird. But like also but also I'm like, I'm curious. I want to know how this works. So maybe I'll go curling. But I guess that's us. And for everyone listening, we hope that you have a really good holiday. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed this, do give us a like and a rating on Spotify or wherever you listen to us right now. So we really appreciate it, and we'll see you after Christmas.
Bye.